Oh boy, okay. Just in time for us to be live. You are lagging for me like a
And you
motherfucker.
are lagging for me. You were just
I'm glad I
frozen when we
saw your
came
lips
live.
complete that sentence. I'm glad that I saw your lips complete that sentence and then heard you actually say it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you are frozen right now.
No, he's frozen. Forget. Tuesday. Just flicker on the screen before because I'm afraid this is just gonna crash.
I mean, yeah, you're not even able to get a full sentence out. Okay, it's so stuttery.
What do we do?
Tell Eldon to stop installing all that porn.
Hmm. Well, I mean, I can take a shot at this. You're a little more fluid for me right now.
Okay. Don't you
Okay.
normally leave and come back in the Discord call?
I only do that because when I first come in with my AirPods, you're really muffly.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I leave and I come back, for some reason it clears it up.
Hmm.
If I connect midway through a call, it won't do that.
Okay.
I don't think that's the problem. However,
All that porn Eldon's downloading.
gotta be. Gotta be. Uncle Ellen. However, welcome to the podcast. I am your host, Liz. Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully you can see me. I'm joined as always by my co-host, Marcus. See, now I'm buffering. Mentally. You have anything to say?
No, I'm letting you do your intro.
I said I'm joined by my co-host Marcus. It's just usually when you say something or do something or wow the crowd.
No,
Huh? Not today.
no.
I
Got my
understand.
vaccine, my first dose. Trying to keep moving my arm so it doesn't go stiff and it's in a lot of pain. Right
A
now
little
I'm
chicken
feeling
dance.
good.
I wanted to put a little lip gloss on. Didn't realize it was going to take all the effort that I have in my hand. Um, happy NXT day.
Yeah.
This was an episode
Definitely better than Raw last night.
to catch yourself there, didn't you?
I for a second I was like, no, you dummy, it's 2 days ago. Then I was like, no, you dummy, it was yesterday.
NXT switching to Tuesdays has effectively been like a second daylight savings time for me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so fucked up from this.
Yeah. And you know what I realized? NXT only moved to USA 2 years ago. Less than
Really?
2 years ago, yeah. 2019, around September or October, it moved to USA. Before that, it was exclusively on WWE Network.
Huh. It's an interesting little tidbit.
Yeah.
Tonight's episode was a lot.
It was fantastic, in my opinion.
I think I would have liked it more if my brain didn't feel like it was getting lost in a car crash every fucking direction, every 5 minutes. It was an exciting episode for sure, but my brain could not catch up to anything that was happening.
Really.
Yeah, I had trouble with that.
Well, I mean, just like how Raw was supposed to be, this is like the start to a new season.
A hell of a fucking start it was. So much shit. So much
Yeah.
shit that like I'm mad about, so much shit that I'm excited about.
Yeah, so much is changing, but also it seems because they're moving to Tuesdays and don't have the competition of AEW, they might take some more creative liberties to NXT. Less of the big guys today. Like we didn't see Adam Cole or Finn or Kyle.
I just saw Adam and Kyle.
That was from last week. That doesn't count. We didn't see Grizzly Young Vets. We didn't see who are some other big guys? But this felt more of like a developmental, like they showed off a lot more developmental talent as opposed to their big names. Johnny was probably the biggest name on the card.
Yeah, I get that. Do you want to show off? Got my fancy new Jay White shirt. It's so cool. Marcus helped me pick it out.
That is very cool.
It's got the sickest a lot.
Oh, you cut out. You cut out. The sickest
you
what?
Cut out for me. So he's got the sickest merch, but he's got a lot of it. Something for everybody.
And you also have not picked out your victory shirt from the WWE shop.
I think I'm gonna go with Cesaro. I really do like the design of the wrestling purist shirts.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might go with that. There's nothing else that's sticking out to me right now. Now that they've taken off the "See You in Hell" shirt from Ray.
Yeah.
I might look back and see if there's any, because I know that they like, as we saw, they like to release things like for like Trips and Shawn and shit like that. And I wouldn't mind going back and seeing maybe if I could find a cool Shawn Michaels shirt, something that I wouldn't immediately have thought of.
Right. The new Adam Cole merch looks really cool.
It does, but do I want to support that man right now?
Yeah. The man who on Up Up Down Down Mania, when Mia Yim said, "And that's undisputed," he said, "That doesn't hurt my feelings. I hate those guys now."
Bobby's missing. Roddy quit.
Kyle's
Kyle and
dead.
Adam are in a hospital.
But there is one thing we should talk about. New logo for NXT.
Sexy new logo for NXT.
It's got like a horror vibe to it.
Like the bird.
I wonder if it's
Feather.
permanent or if it's just for this episode.
I'm hoping it's permanent. I don't see why it wouldn't be.
Yeah, I don't see why, like, what reason there was for it to just be this one episode.
Yeah, I think, and I'm probably lagging and drawing frames like a son of a bitch. Entire time. Wait. Okay. I probably cut out for 90% of what I was saying though, didn't I?
I could hear you. Could hear you mumble to yourself.
Okay. Oh, I thought I was gonna cut out. Anyways.
Your camera was, but your audio wasn't.
Okay. I was just gonna say that I think that NXT is kind of going through a little bit of a change, a fun little change. Now that they're no longer competing with AEW, I think that they've got room to make changes that they wanted to make, and to make it maybe a little more of a hardcore brand than it was before.
Yeah.
That's kind of what the new logo gives me vibes of.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially since actually I don't know how true that is, but you've got 3 heel champions. Because Santos isn't champion anymore. Okay. So about half the champions are heels.
Yeah.
That ruined what I was gonna say. I was like, oh well, there's like pretty much all heel champions, but no, this isn't the main roster.
Sorry. Would you like this? It's a quick news. There's no news basically.
Okay, I'm glad there's no news.
There's a couple pieces of news. I'm just saying, like, it's not like news.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like an exciting news day, that's for sure. It's gonna be so weird now because like Tuesdays I'm not gonna have shit to talk about for the news, and then like Fridays I'm gonna have everything to talk about for the news. All right. So let's start with WWE stuff, I guess. So WWE is officially going down with their then now together forever slogan, which you've seen on the beginning slides and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Which, as a Yankees fan, it just reminds me of Garrett Cole's sign that he had from when he was a kid that said Yankees fan then, Yankee fan now, Yankees fan forever.
Mm-hmm.
Something. I was like, oh, that's cute.
Reminds me of like Disney.
Yeah, the then now forever would be fine, but the then I feel like
Oh, you cut out for most of that.
the best.
Oh, you cut out for almost all of that.
It's probably for the best.
Are you on the right Wi-Fi? I feel like you're not on the right Wi-Fi.
Well, since I don't change my Wi-Fi ever, I am on the Moods of Chaos Wi-Fi.
That sucks at long distance. She's probably gonna be disconnected. Oh, okay.
Well, when I did that, you cut out for me. So,
Okay.
I don't know. I never changed my Wi-Fi. I never touched that shit. So, not sure if that's the problem. Anyways, I think it's kind of a goofy slogan. Doesn't really give me wrestling vibes.
Yeah. It also tells me that they can't let go of the past.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, that seems to be a crux that is always with the WWE.
Yeah.
Another thing I wanted to comment on was just CM Punk has very much said after a lot of like the past year has been very much like, is CM Punk coming back? Is CM Punk not coming back? Is CM Punk going to AEW? Are
you hearing the voices again? In your head?
I think I am.
They talk to you? They counsel you?
I just heard this.
Do they understand?
This low whistling. I heard a low whistling. Oh my god, that stressed me out really bad.
you are hearing things. I don't hear anything.
Maybe it's because I'm in the drafty room, so I can hear outside.
I can normally hear outside too, but
I don't know about that. But CM Punk has said that he is not coming back to wrestling. He said that it's not. No one needs CM Punk in wrestling right now.
Yeah, he basically said like everyone's
had his time in the sun.
Everyone's doing a great job, so there's no need for him to come back. There's no place for him.
Yeah.
Oh, he specifically said like, I'm not Hulk Hogan. I'm not gonna walk in there and demand everything go my way.
Yeah. And I think that's very CM Punk of CM Punk to do or to say. I don't know if this means like he's never going to come back, but he did say it's not my world anymore, so I don't think he is ever going to come back.
I don't think he will. I think he's got his own thing in UFC. Isn't he like a commentator at UFC or at MMA?
I didn't know about that.
I know that's what he did last. I don't know if he's still doing that.
Well, he's an MMA commentator.
Okay. Yeah.
And the final and only other piece of news I have today is that Becky was supposed to return at WrestleMania.
According to whom?
According to WWE Creative.
That
Was supposed to return during
Oh, you froze.
I know I did. That's why I just stopped talking.
Well, you can keep talking because
Um,
even though the camera's frozen, you'll probably still be able to be heard.
every time, whenever I cut out, you cut out for me, and then half the time I'm talking and saying, "Oh, I think I'm cutting out. I think I'm cutting out," and you're like, "No, you're not." Then half the time, if I ignore it and keep talking, that's when I cut out. That's why I just try to stop. However, apparently she was supposed to come back for the Bailey segment. And Bella Twins took that spot instead.
But why?
There's not really a reason why. There's not a reason why. But I guess they simply decided that her time was not then. Which makes me wonder, when the fuck is she coming back then? She's one of your biggest stars. When the fuck is she coming back?
That makes me think that the Bella Twins are not even back either, because they were probably just the only people there that could come out and attack her.
Yeah, no, I definitely don't think that. I never thought the Bella Twins were coming back. I thought that was just supposed to be like still the Bella Twins. You know?
Oh, look at you, miss predictions over here.
That's what they do. That's what they called me in college.
Yeah? You sure they didn't call you Miss 1910 on your SATs?
Oh, no, but they should have. Yeah. 1910 on my SATs.
Oh, so you cut out. What'd you say?
I got a 1910 on my SATs.
Oh, you cut out again.
Anyways. Glad you're having fun. I'm not.
So, are we done with the news?
Yeah, that's why I said anyways and grab the matches and promos sign.
Oh.
That's why I told you that the Becky Lynch thing was my last piece of news.
Okay. When you said anyways, I thought you just wanted to move away from your embarrassment about only getting a 1910 on your SATs. Alright, so to start off the night, we had Karrion and Scarlett in the ring. Karrion has the mic and he says, "Time always comes full circle. Balor is one of the greatest to ever step into this ring of all time. He believed that my emotions were my weakness, but I control everything, and if you control something, it's no longer a weakness. I am in command of NXT until I say so. And you know what they say, when you're at the top, there's nowhere else to go but down. But when I am on top, that is a total lie. No one's gonna out-wrestle me out of that entire locker room. And so I'm issuing a challenge. Anyone who wants it can come and take it. In the end, everybody pays the toll." We don't ever get somebody coming to accept the challenge at all in this episode. Although Pete Dunne does say that he wants to go for the title, or he wants to go for a title next. What do you think is next in line? Definitely not Adam Cole. He's out.
I would say not Adam or Kyle.
Kyle's out too, yeah. I'd say a rematch from Finn is out. If that was going to happen, that would happen today. Or it would have been issued today.
I don't know.
Santos?
Maybe. He still has some beef with Karrion.
Yeah, it's possible, and you no longer has a cruiserweight title. Walter?
I don't think Walter's still here anymore. I think Walter went back.
Alexander Wolf, maybe?
I don't know what the fuck is happening there. I don't know if it's a title.
I don't know. It's tough to say. I would say Johnny, but Johnny's still got the North American title. He's busy. Um, it doesn't look like there's like a clear next challenger. Santos seems like the only one. Or Pete Dunne, I guess.
Unless somebody comes up out of nowhere.
Yeah, but then you're trying to manifest Alistair or Murphy for the 500th time.
That's fair.
And you know, we had one of those today, and I'm not a fan of it. I'll be honest, I didn't like Taya Valkyrie, or sorry, Franky Monet coming in and just saying that she wants the title.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Ooh,
It's
okay.
fine if it's like a call up and you want to challenge for the title immediately, that's better. But if you're legit just coming into WWE for the first time, wait a little bit. Wait a little bit.
But that's why I think we got such a long-winded build up to her arriving.
I don't know.
NXT and both NXT brands have never really been ones for, oh, well, you just got here, you've got to work for it, you know.
That's why people were booing MSK, because they just came in and grabbed the titles like super fast.
But like that's to say that you turned a blind eye on all the work that they did in that short period of time to garner people's affections.
Well, normally for an example, I use AJ Styles, because when he came to WWE, he didn't immediately, like, he wasn't immediately in a title scene. He arrived in the Royal Rumble and like immediately put in that work. MSK, I don't have any gripes with them because they went through the whole Dusty Classic and they wowed us from the beginning.
I would just say not to be critical yet. I think that's all I can say here. Because NXT never disappoints us. I think we're going to find something good out of this. And you know what? Here's the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
Valkyrie's not getting that fucking title.
Yeah.
So I don't think it matters.
Well, you know what? That's what we thought with Kushida and Santos today. So
that was different. That was weird.
There's
like
an explanation.
Way.
There's an explanation for that, but
okay.
I'll explain it when we get to it. But first, speaking of titles and MSK, we have MSK versus Drake Maverick and Killian Dane for the NXT Tag Team title. This match was kind of a banger. I loved this.
Everybody that booed MSK, I swear to Christ, I will find you.
It's interesting.
Find you.
I wonder if they're gonna go with the angle, because they'll probably shift angles with them a little bit. Either they'll be like, we're gonna keep putting in the work no matter how much hate we get, or they're gonna turn on the crowd and turn a bit heel.
I don't know. I think having them as like these good old sweet boys works for them. I don't know. It's so confusing to me that like people were booing them. Like, I guess I get it.
It's because the majority of people wanted grizzled young veterans to take the title.
Right. But like, here's the thing. MSK, the result of the match was predetermined.
A bunch of fucking marks is what it is.
It's always so confusing to me. Like, I understand being upset. I do. At the end of the day, it's like it's predetermined. The person you should be mad at is not MSK. They just did their job. If you're gonna be mad at anybody, be mad at whoever the fuck's booking the shit.
Yeah.
So confusing to me.
Honestly, I think Zach Gibson did us a favor by injuring Wesley, because otherwise that would have happened sooner.
Truly, like, I just don't get it, because like I felt like MSK had done a pretty good job of kind of earning respect and affection through the crowd just
Yeah.
based on their promos and like their attitude. I thought that was like, I mean, I'm a sympathetic puss, so I'm easy to get over on, I
But
guess.
also, don't use that small crowd as a representation of the rest of the fan base, because from what I've seen, people fucking love them.
True. It's just the Florida fans.
Yeah.
That's who we can blame. It's whatever's in the water in Florida.
Which is a lot.
All right. Or piss.
That's piss in your lungs. Best Sean Ross Sapp tweet ever.
Sean Ross Sapp still want to fight you, dude, but goddamn it, you're a funny motherfucker. I can add him to my Mike Romy's list.
Do not fight Sean Ross Sapp. He's great.
No, but that's what makes me want to fight him more.
Oh my god. Is that why you want to fight Corey Graves?
Fuck. Oh, he's a fucking useless piece of shit.
I think Corey Graves is great.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's gross.
Okay.
In case anybody's wondering, the Mike Romy's are what we do every year as a little awards show, and it's really fun. It's not going to happen again until like next January, but I'm just going to bring it up now.
Okay.
Anyways. So listen, if they can advertise WrestleMania for next year, this year, I can advertise this for next January. Anyways, SK versus Killian Dane and Drake Maverick. So we start with Killian Dane and Nash Carter. There's a suplex to Nash from Dane. Drake Maverick gets him. Together, they toss Carter into the ropes. Drake trips Nash, and then Nash gets splashed onto by Dane. Carter manages to get out of this. He hits Wes in. Wes nearly kicks the cervical vertebrae out of fucking Drake Maverick's neck. His drop toe hold to Wes, and Drake hits him with the corkscrew crossbody off the ropes. Nash gets in. There's a kick to the back of the neck from Lee. Then a bouncing seated senton to Maverick from Nash. Wes gets back in. There's a knee to the face of Maverick. Nash gets back in. As a team, they try to toss Drake Maverick over their shoulders, but have no luck. This gets Killian. We get a kick under the jaw that drops Killian off the apron. Wes then flies out onto Dane, but Dane doesn't fucking budge. And Wesley gets just absolutely crossbody to pieces ringside. Wes then pushes Drake away. There's a double axe handles back and forth onto Maverick, who's now the legal man. We get a knee under the jaw of Maverick and a soccer-style kick to the chest of the tiny little blonde. He takes out Killian's legs on the apron. We get a German suplex and an assisted moonsault with the freshly legal Wesley. Nash and Wes are chopping Killian down. We get a double stomp to Dane's back, and then tandem kicks to the back of Dane. Wesley hits a 450 splash onto Dane. Nash is then the legal man, tries to lift Killian. He gets Wes in his arms and then falls on Nash with him. I didn't catch this move, but I know you thought it was pretty interesting. He had Wes on one side of him, Nash on the other side. And all I saw afterwards was Nash Carter laying down like dead, and then Wesley sitting in front of him. So I'm not sure what happened there. You reacted to it. That's the only reason why I'm deflecting to you here.
I'm having a hard time remembering the move right now. Was it Killian who did a move, or Drake? I can't remember. What was the move exactly?
Let's go.
Describe it one more time.
All I know is that he had Wes in his arms. He had Nash around his back.
Oh.
Pieces together.
Oh no. Okay.
Got it, boys.
You said Wes was in his arms, or Nash was in his arms?
Yes.
He used Wes to pile drive into Nash.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that explains why Wes just kind of sat there afterwards, like.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So that happens. There's a DDT to Wes, and then team super kicks to Nash from Dane and Drake. gets lifted for the assisted powerbomb, but Wes saves Mr. Nash. Wes saves Nash by pulling him to the other side of the ring. Nash goes off the ropes with a cutter to Killian Dane. Wesley drop kicks him. We get the assisted blockbuster on Maverick, and Nash flies out onto Dane to hold him back from getting back into the ring. And MSK retain.
Yes. Great match. Great tag team abilities shown from both sides. I don't know where you just went, but I'll continue anyway. We then have backstage Robert Stone and Aaliyah. Mercedes then walks in and demands her money once again. She starts choking Robert Stone. Oh wait, did she start choking Aaliyah or Robert Stone?
Aaliyah the first time around.
I thought it was supposed to be Robert Stone, and I was confused why I wrote Aaliyah. But Jessie Kamiya then comes in and stops her and says, and basically just challenges her to a match. Yeah.
I miss everyone's favorite European stable, or does that happen after this?
That happens after. That happens happens way after.
Okay.
That's after, I think that's just before the main event. Yeah.
No, it's not. Everybody's favorite European tag team stable doing shit, and then they're side-eyeing ringside.
Oh.
One blonde moron.
Oh. I think you
jump into that now?
did miss that.
Okay. So, for my joke, Imperium, more like Imperi-Dum. Ha! Got him. Fucking incredible.
Can you chill?
Who's doing it like I am nowadays? No one. That's literally my note for it. Anyways, in spite of my funny jokes. So out of goddamn nowhere, I was expecting this because I'm always behind everybody in the Discord server, but I still missed part of it. Out of nowhere comes Imperium. Specifically, Mr. Alex Wolf. Talking shit towards Killian, kind of. Just being like, hey. Remember me? And Killian's like, I have someone else now, actually. He's annoying, but he's mine.
And
Alex Wolf?
They have the best damn walkout in NXT.
Exactly. Alex Wolf doesn't take kindly to rejection. And so he instructs Marcel and Fabian to beat the shit out of Killian and Drake.
It was very interesting. He stood in the corner and watched them take them on.
Yeah, Little Prince is getting a bit of a power trip here, and after they're all done, men do their cute little pose. You can hear the elevator music going through Marcel's fucking head. Then they climb on out. Marcel gives a nasty little side eye to Fabian, like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah. Like, it could be one of those things where they're wondering why he's asking them to beat these guys up. Or they're wondering why he's not beating anyone up.
Like, why they had to do it all on their own.
Right.
I think it's the latter.
I don't know. I'm There's another promo later on which brings up even more questions. But I don't think we're seeing an Imperium split based on how the next promo goes.
Either that or Walter is just not on the same page as anybody. I think, you know what I think we're going to get? I think we're going to get an Alex Wolf split.
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but I don't get that feeling. I feel like we might see a little discipline, but I don't think we'll see a split. Because we just got a massive split.
I just think get rid of Alex. We bring in Tim. I get Timperium.
Killian ditches Drake for Wolf. Or Wolf wants Killian to ditch Drake, but chooses not to. We get that character development.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's kind of what I'm seeing. And also, can I just say this off topic
the
slightly?
cuff? Oh.
That's not off the cuff, but it is off topic. It is so fucking frustrating whenever I've had to look up Alex Wolf. Because they just get Naked Brothers Band Alex Wolf instead.
We gotta look up Alexander Wolf.
I never think to do that. I'm just like, Alex!
I never think his name is Alex. It's always Alexander in my mind.
Maybe it's because I'm thinking of the other Alex Wolf that my brain's just like, well, it's Alex Wolf.
Oh yeah, you've always got Naked Brothers Band on your mind.
Isn't he the same one that was in Hereditary?
That was not
Was
Alex
that Nat
Wolf.
Wolf?
I think that was Nat Wolf.
Both actors now.
Right.
Both actors now.
Let me confirm. I think it was Nat Wolf though.
Wait.
Oh no, it was
fucking same.
It was Alex Wolf. It was.
You know, the one that was also in the Naked Brothers Band. That one.
God damn, you give a
Brain.
great performance. Nat Wolf is in. Oh, he was the one in Death Note.
Palo Alto. He's also the one in Palo Alto.
Okay, it's not showing up on his Google page, but instead, Paper Towns is. And Fault in Our Stars.
Two movies I've never seen.
Death Note.
I'd think I would have seen John Green movie. This poppy little fucker that I am.
I saw that with an X, and I fell asleep during it.
Paper Towns or The Fault in Our Stars?
Fault in Our Stars.
Dude, that book, I read that shit when I was in probably high school. I have never been so blindsided by a book in my entire life that all of a sudden I was reading. Like, I was fine. Looked one page and I was just like, just broke down. Oh, John Green, you little fuck.
Alright, so after that promo with the Robert Stone brand, we then get Mercedes Martinez versus Jessie Kamiya. And actually, a pretty decent match. It's pretty alright. It was very short, but it was alright.
Jessie Kamiya, my love. Mercedes Martinez, sooner or later, I'm probably going to find you attractive too because you scare me.
You said so last time you saw her.
Really?
Yes, you did.
No. It scares me, so it adds up.
You're going to horny jail.
I probably should be in horny jail. I should have been there a while ago. I'm a fugitive at this point. Anyways. Jessie Kamiya looked fucking fantastic today, by the way. In spite of being kind of a jobber, she looked better than I expect Jessie Kamiya to ever look. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah, I think, like I mentioned, with them focusing more on developmental talent now, I think this is exactly what I'm talking about.
Jessie attacks Mercedes immediately, gets her with a scissor kick and then a drop kick. He fucking tosses Mercedes at one point. And I was like, okay. Sure, little Miss Cow Arm. It was a choice. I respect her regardless, but it was a choice.
Bad gear.
So she punches Mercedes. We get a big elbow drop. And then Jessie goes for another flying move in the corner, but Mercedes ducks her. Jessie still manages to get up on the buckles by dodging Mercedes. I checked out for 5 seconds, and then we get a big fucking a big fucking body slam to Kamiya for Mercedes to win. Just simple as that. 1.5 moves. Mercedes is on top again. Then Mercedes finds Robert Stone and Aaliyah ringside, strangles Mr. Stone, and then walks up to poor fucking Vic Joseph is like, tell Raquel X, Y, and Z things. Like, I'm coming for that title. Poor Vic is just sitting there like, I am not Raquel.
No,
I've done nothing wrong.
did you hear him after? When he's like, wait, why didn't you do anything?
He said, you had nothing to say that time, didn't you? And I was like, Vic versus Wade, please.
They are the best commentary duo. That's the whole best commentary desk in WWE.
It really is. No one is doing it like them.
Mm-hmm.
But that's that for the match.
Yeah, and after that we had an interview with The Way. I tuned in like halfway. Johnny said he'll get revenge. But Indy said that she just wants to get in the ring at the same time as Dexter Lumis.
Way.
If there's anyone who's going to horny jail, it's Indy.
Dude, I'll go to horny jail with Indy because I know for a fact my ass would be doing the same shit.
Alright, so after that we get Swerve in his little studio with that trainee girl. She leaves and he's in there alone and he says he's just different. Which is funny because his Twitter name is just different.
Great, Swerve.
Long-term booking. He says fate brought him and Ruff together in the ring tonight, but after tonight, Swerve and Leon are done. That's not true, Swerve. You fool.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
Don't you know WWE writing?
Hey, it's NXT. Be nice.
It's still the same roots. Alright, so after that we have Santos Escobar in the ring. He said 1 year ago, this was the title of a forgotten division. Not anymore. On Wednesday, or on Thursday, the Emperor of Lucha Libre stole the show. He said, un campeón, just like my father was, just like my son will be. He then issues an open challenge. Kushida comes out. Shockingly, I thought we were going to get somebody, either like a jobber or a surprise or person, but no, Kushida comes out. And we have a match. Santos Escobar versus Kushida for the title.
Kushida in his little trunks.
Yeah, he's got trunks now.
This was a banger of a match.
Oh, yeah.
So, we immediately get a drop kick to Santos that sends him from the ring, and Santos is like, it's okay. No worries. Kushida goes for the hoverboard lock, but can't get it locked in. He twists Santos's arm with his feet, which always makes me fucking cringe. He looks like he wants to dive out onto Santos at this point, but Santos backs away, and Kushida instead adjusts and does a handspring against the ropes, landing himself in the middle of the ring and just waits. Then we go to commercial break, and when we come back from commercial break, Santos has taken over the match almost completely. He swings Kushida into the stairs, then does like the weirdest little shit where it's like, it almost looks like he's on top of the stairs. Looks like he's kind of going for a Boston Crab, the way he's holding Kushida. Instead does like halfway there Boston Crab and chokes Kushida out against the fucking post.
Yeah.
It's impressed and uncomfortable for all of it. Back in the ring, we get an abdominal stretch on Kushida. Kushida tries to kick his way free. We end up getting a hurricane round to Kushida off the top ropes. Try not to yawn in the middle of these things. Drop kick drops Kushida. Santos wants the Phantom Driver, but Kushida gets an inverted atomic drop, goes in for that hip toss cartwheel drop kick combination. Which, once again, Jeff Hardy, take fucking note. Say it every time. I won't stop. Get a PK to the arm of Santos and then a straight to the jaw of Escobar. Escobar is brought up top and Kushida is pushed down. He kicks Escobar's arm. Gets back up. It's a double underhook superplex and then a double underhook bridging suplex onto Santos. Suddenly, as the pin is set in, my little brain's like, I'm sorry, is she winning tonight? We get a last second rope break from Santos though. An enziguri to Kushida, but that's met with a Pele kick to Escobar. They start exchanging blows, then they're exchanging kicks. We get a handspring back elbow from Kushida that's turned into a handspring backstabber. Then Santos attempts that phantom driver again, but Kushida manages to roll him up. We get roll up fucking central for the last few seconds of this match until Kushida finally gets one really good roll up locked in. And suddenly, he's the champion.
Santos is going to the moon.
I was so weird because I was like sad, I guess, because I liked Santos as a champion. But then I was like, but Kushida.
Yeah, Kushida is an extremely talented wrestler who will fit the championship well. Santos, his reign was fantastic, and everything he did for the Cruiserweight division is amazing. But they are going to push him to the NXT championship after that. Because they definitely saw how he did at the ladder match and decided you're going to the big title. But also, they definitely unified the title so that Kushida could have the title, and then have a match with Devlin at some point.
I want nothing to do with that, though. Interestingly enough.
Yeah. But, yeah, so after that we have a promo with Timothy Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa said Imperium tested our will and loyalty. We didn't win every fight, but we passed every test, I think. We came out stronger as a unit to face a new NXT champions, but what path to choose? We finish what we start. And then that was Thatcher that said all that, and then Ciampa says, MSK, we're coming. And he throws his chair, and then Thatcher gives a nice little smile.
He's got a nice little smile on, which
Toothless
is nice.
smile.
I had so much fucking hope. I had so much hope.
No. Don't say you had hope, because I'm sure they didn't want to dump all their eggs into one basket. Probably taking their time.
I don't want to take our time anymore. I want Timmy to be done with Tommaso. I'm done.
You
didn't want them to try to kill fucking MSK.
You gotta let the relationship build for a little bit before you tear it down. You don't kick over a kid's sandcastle when it's about an inch high. You wait till it's all the way built.
That's a reference I can understand.
There you go. I know you understand bullying. Also, Miriam said Ciampa talking like a typical Instagram couple that kept cheating on each other. Yeah, it fits when one's silent completely.
Dude, and Timmy looked like he wanted to fucking strangle Champs the entire time.
Although, I don't know. The way he smiled at the end didn't seem like he wanted to.
I think that's more of a, I'm gonna murder somebody smile. And he doesn't need to like who he's murdering with.
Also, you don't know that betrayal wasn't supposed to happen because, I mean, Thatcher got COVID most likely. That was probably supposed to happen at TakeOver, but they didn't want to risk anything, so they had to put it off for a little bit.
All I know that I can only handle so much more disappointment in my life.
All right, so after that, we had Kushida backstage with William Regal. Devlin comes up to him and congratulates him. He said, "Congratulations on winning. Santos was a great wrestler, but who did he beat for that? All a ladder match does is prove who can climb a ladder the highest." He said, "I'm the man around here. I'll be coming back and coming for that title." Although, Devlin, you are actually very wrong, because a ladder match proves way more than just how to climb a ladder, you moron. It also it's a match. It's a match that you lost. You lost to Santos, and you're gonna lose to the guy that beat Santos. So after that, we then have Raquel Gonzalez being brought out to the ring by Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai looks amazing, by the way. Raquel gets in the ring and says she busted her ass to work harder and harder. Now she stands as the NXT Women's Champion. And Dakota was the one person to recognize her dedication. They dominated the division for 14 months. The Raquel Gonzalez era has officially begun. And then the lights go out. We get some lights popping up, and Franky Monet is here. Taya Valkyrie. She gets in the ring with her cute little dog in her hand, all glamazoned out, and she congratulates Raquel. She said, "But now the division has gotten shinier, bougier, and better now that she's here." She said, "You'll be seeing a whole lot more of me." Raquel said, "You're lucky I'm in a good mood tonight. Otherwise, I will shove that dog up your ass." She didn't say ass. She said something in Spanish, but I don't know the direct translation. I think it's ass.
I don't know what the direct translation was, but the direct translation of the tone.
Yeah, I mean,
ass.
what else do you shove things up? If it was throat, it would be down. Your nose, I guess.
I'd say, yeah, not my first thing that I would go to if I was insulting somebody.
Exactly.
I'm gonna shove that up your nose.
But then Franky says, "I will see you every single Tuesday." And after that, she leaves. Rhea Ripley then comes out, shockingly. She gets in the ring, clangs belts with Raquel, and hugs her. And then Bianca Belair comes out. They share a nice moment in the ring, raise their belts, and we see the picture behind them of earlier in their careers. I think that was prior to the Royal Rumble. But now, here they are, champions together. A new generation of women wrestlers in WWE. I think that the second coming of the horsewoman. This is the second generation of horsewomen.
So, just Dakota turn on Raquel.
I don't want that to happen for a while, honestly. I want her to have at least one challenger before that happens.
I can smell it. I can smell it out there on the horizon.
You can smell it, but I don't know. Because you got Franky, Monet, you got Mercedes lining up for it. Which we will see a little confrontation in a little bit.
May have just had a thought.
What's that?
The thought was just
Gauntlet?
Raquel gets her first challenger, Franky, her first title defense. First title defense at a pay-per-view. I can kind of see it going where Dakota will turn on Raquel. Raquel will drop the title.
That would make a lot of sense. Like, their relationship started with a surprise team up at TakeOver, and then their relationship would probably end in a surprise breakup at a takeover.
Then she goes back to Tegan Knox and we start this whole ordeal all over again.
But it would definitely result in Raquel retaining the title, I think. Probably in like a DQ. Unless if her takeover match is a no DQ kind of match, then she's losing that title. And Dakota's coming in hot. But
because Dakota's not going to get the title off of her, but Dakota could, I can see, make her drop the title and then start a feud with her.
But something big's got to happen before that. Because we just got a moment in this episode where she acknowledges Dakota and recognizes her support. Something big will happen.
Then all of these girls that are doing much bigger things than the Dakota came out. Kind of overshadowed that moment of support.
Yeah.
Just saying.
We'll see. There's a lot of paths they can go down, so I'm really interested. But for now, we have something that doesn't have that many paths. Pete Dunn. We have a promo from him. He said he's the best technical wrestler in WWE at TakeOver. He said he challenges anyone to step up, but now he's going back for championship gold. I would be very interested to see people from the main roster step up to him. Because we got Rhea and Bianca from the main roster come down today. I wonder if they would do the same. Some other wrestlers face Pete Dunn. I wonder who are some other technical wrestlers, because you got Thatcher, you got Daniel Bryan, you got Drew Gulak. If anyone steps up to him, I think Daniel Bryan would do it, because Thatcher is going to be busy with Ciampa and the Imperium storyline. I assume you saw something, so you're not going to be listening to me anymore.
I just found out that Taya Valkyrie is not Spanish.
Okay.
It's just white.
Okay. So am I. But I speak Spanish too.
Guess. I don't know. She fooled me. I feel fooled. That's all.
You said during the episode that she's Canadian.
Well, yeah, but you can be Spanish and Canadian.
No.
Oh. That's a problem with Canada, I guess, then.
With who?
Canada.
Yeah, I mean, Canada's one big problem.
That's true. Canada is one big.
Well, French Canada.
French Canada and I don't get along.
Sorry if you're French Canadian out there.
I'm not.
All right.
Anybody that's French can fight me on site. I don't give a shit.
But yeah, challenging Pete Dunne, I could see Daniel Bryan do it because he's freed up right now. Drew Gulak, I don't think he would be that big step up to Pete. I think the next step is Daniel Bryan. And that would be a banger of a match.
I don't know about that.
Or
I think the next step,
Matt Riddle.
I don't think it's going to be a main roster guy.
I don't know. We saw a couple main roster people come today. I think they're going to start
just for a
intermingling
moment.
Again.
That was just for a moment.
Yeah.
I would say that he's going to fight probably Jake Atlas next, honestly.
After Kushida, Jake Atlas he's not even a technical guy.
Jake's relatively technical.
He's high flying. He's like a more of a luchador.
I don't know. I think he's going to work his way up there slowly but surely. I don't think that the main roster has any interest in taking on Pete Dunne right now.
Oh, Miriam said Tyler Rust is a technical wrestler. I'm sure Malcolm Bivens would want to throw Rust's hat into that mix. But I think Matt Riddle would make for a great pay-per-view match because they're a former tag team.
I like to think that I can avoid watching Matt Riddle for as long as humanly possible.
I know, but story, the writing. It's either that, for me, the best step would be Riddle or Daniel Bryan. Preferably Daniel Bryan.
I mean, that's a dream booking, but I just don't see that being the next step in the slightest.
You say that, but there was one time Adam Cole was challenged by Daniel Bryan for the NXT Championship on SmackDown. It's happened.
But that
before.
was like for something. I'm not doubting it's happened before. I'm just saying I don't see it happening now.
Yeah. You would also need somebody with an ego.
Tyler Rust.
Well, Malcolm Bivens.
Tyler Rust has that like cocky little shit attitude where he's like, he comes out there and he's just like, "Hello, I'm Tyler," and I'm like, "Yes, you are."
Would he do that though after he had that embarrassing loss to Bronson Reed and Malcolm Bivens was like, "No, you're gonna work your way up slowly now."
Yeah, no, I think so. I think he would.
Okay.
I think that Rust has enough potential to kind of keep moving forward. I don't think that the writing cares all that much about what Malcolm Bivens said in that moment, more so that, like, I don't know. I just don't think, I think that we're ignoring that loss. I think that he'll be a fine competitor for Petey Boy.
And if they're focusing more on developmental guys, they might use this match as a potential way to put Tyler Rust over.
Tyler Rust over 2021.
But anyway, moving on from that, we then have an interview with William Regal. He said he's very excited about Saray, but he has some business to attend to. He goes into his office, and in there, meeting with him is Roderick Strong and his wife, Marina Shafir. Roddy hands him an envelope and says, "I'm done." Regal then says, "You're the ultimate professional, and you're welcome back into NXT at any time." Oh, he preceded that with, we've had some troubles over the years, but you're the ultimate professional, and you're welcome anytime.
One, Marina Shafir had no right. That woman looked like a bombshell, and I'm desperate for her to get a fucking match. 2, where the fuck is Roddy going? I think SmackDown.
Roddy could be going to the main roster.
Well, that's what I mean.
Well, there's also the possibility that he isn't going to the main roster. He might just be taking a little break.
For this to be not the main roster and then not, or rather, for this to be just be not the main roster and time off, that means that he would have to take like a year's worth of time off.
Maybe that's what he wants, honestly.
I'm not saying that's not what he wants. I'm just saying that I think he's going to the main roster. I'm sure we won't see him for another 3-4 months now.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I don't see a place for him in NXT anymore, honestly. And
not now that the Undisputed Era is broken up.
I think he needs to be in the main roster, but he needs a manager. He really would need a manager. Unless we see some sneaky shit next week. Malcolm Bivens says, "Hey, this guy's down on his luck. Maybe I can get him to stay on NXT, but I'd have to drop Tyler Rust." And so we then get a feud between Roddy and Tyler Rust for Bivens to be their manager.
I don't see that happening, but that'd be interesting.
It would be interesting, but it's not going to happen. Alright, so after that, we then have Leon Ruff versus Isaiah Swerve Scott.
Isaiah?
I say yeah.
Like you're about to go into an LA Knight thing when you say yeah.
And that's just a fact of life, dummy. Oh yeah.
Anyways. So Ruff is chirping up a fucking storm and starts raining fists down on Swerve. Swerve just pancakes Rust. He's then like weirdly dropped on his shoulder, and Ruff starts taking advantage of that, drop kicks the shoulder, kind of DDTs it in a sense, on the ringside area. Leon is then sent to the apron and dropped there by Swerve. We get a body slam to Leon and a drop elbow to the spine, which Isaiah's right afterwards like, oh fuck, that was dumb as shit. Just holding his fucking arm. Ruff then gets sent out to the apron after charging at Swerve. We get a Russian leg sweep from the second rope to Ruff and a pump kick to the jaw. There's some chops to Ruff, and then Leon charges Swerve with chops and forearms. He clotheslines Swerve. Swerve then counters the springboard cutter with an armbar that Ruff avoids. He stomps on Swerve's shoulder. We get the springboard cutter again, but this time it's successful. Leon then dives out onto Swerve ringside, hits the missile drop kick to Swerve. Swerve then goes up top. Ruff hits him with the step up and Seguri. We then get a huge fucking Hurricane Rana off the top rope to Swerve. Swerve catches Ruff on the jaw, gets him over his shoulders. Ruff counters with a fucking head scissors. Leon has countered just about everything at this point. Counters a powerbomb or whatever the fuck Swerve was setting up for. And it hits Swerve with the Panama Sunrise. And then we get a buckle bomb to Ruff as well as a driver for Leon to win. Or Swerve to win. My bad. This was a match and a half.
It was. It really was. I wasn't expecting much from this feud, but we got an insane match out of it. And probably another one coming soon. But after that, we then get an interview with Zoe Stark. She said she was in Vegas and trained her heart out. She had her biggest match of her career at TakeOver, and now she sets out for the title. But then Mercedes Martinez walks in. Says she's next in line. Said she's next in line, not some rookie. And then we get a little vignette from Walter. Walter. Tommaso Ciampa was a big challenge, but nothing changed. He wants to restore the honor of the great sport of wrestling. Imperium will continue to grow and expand. NXT will soon understand that the mat is sacred. So yeah, Imperium's expanding, probably trying to recruit more people. That's what we're seeing with the whole Alexander Wolf Killian thing and what we were about to see with Thatcher. But it's interesting that it's going so slowly.
Slower than we normally get with NXT.
Right.
When he said that like they're growing and expanding, I was like, so Tim, it's the only person that you seem to be convincingly trying to get on your side, because if you're trying to get Killian at this point, no offense, it's not going to work. I like that. It's like, who the fuck else are you recruiting? Like, what have I missed?
They can get Pete Dunne.
I think Pete Dunne's kind of scared of Walter at this point, considering anytime Walter was in CWC, Pete Dunne was doing fucking video promos from God only knows where.
He's just in the closet somewhere.
It was like, he was in some fucking hallway, and I was like, you really don't want to be around this man, do you?
I don't know. It's very interesting who he might recruit. Definitely people who are like, who don't play dirty. People who very much play by the rules. I was thinking GYV, but they play a bit dirty.
Yeah.
I don't know. Wonder if we'll see a female in the group too. Maybe Jessie
Lady
Kamiya.
Imperium?
Tony Storm? No, not you.
I would be fine in Imperium.
Yeah. Would you?
Yes. I have dignity and respect. Well, I've got respect.
Do you?
The mat.
Which mat?
Wrestling mat.
Have you ever touched a wrestling mat?
Yes, actually, I have.
Oh, really?
I've gone around in my time, Marcus. You haven't known me for all 25, almost 25 years now.
All right. Anyway, so after that, we then have an interview with Swerve. Before the interview can really get started, Leon Ruff attacks him, slams him into the cabinets, rolls a cart into him, or a box-like structure. He said, "It's not over until I say it's over." Can we just quickly reference box-like structure? I don't think we talked about it on Sunday. That was fucking stupid.
What was that in reference to?
It was in reference to the Jack in the Box for the Fiend match.
Oh, the box-like structure. Yes, okay.
Yeah. Who said that? Michael Cole?
Yes, I believe so.
No, it was Raw. So it's probably
Corey. It was either Corey or Byron.
No, Michael Cole was on commentary for that because Tom Phillips wasn't.
Raw?
Yeah, because Tom Phillips was out.
Have you forgotten Adnan?
No, Liz, that was WrestleMania.
Michael Cole was on commentary for the Fiend Randy match.
Yes.
Okay. You were saying that this was said on Raw.
No.
Okay.
It was said at WrestleMania. But it was a Raw feud.
I see what you're saying.
But anyway. And then we have the 8-man mixed tag match between Bronson Reed, Dexter Lumis, Shotzi Blackheart, Ember Moon versus The Way. In the best,
yes, we do.
Best damn 8-man tag we've ever seen.
I apologize. My notes aren't great for this because there was so much happening. My brain was shutting off every 5 seconds. However, we start with Dexter versus Theory. He quickly lifts Loomis, takes him for a ride, brings him over to the buckles. Once Dexter frees himself from that, he just pounces on Austin and tackles him. We get Candice in because Austin doesn't know what the fuck to do. She gets drop kicked by Ember after walking up to Dexter like, "I'll fucking fight you." And I was like, "Candice, I know you will. I know you will, honey." We get an elbow from we get an elbow drop to Candice. Ember gets in. Candice is taken off of Ember's shoulders by Johnny before any move can possibly happen. We get Loomis in versus Johnny. There's a knee to Dexter and a pop-up European uppercut to Johnny. Dexter takes Theory out. And then we got Indy standing on the ringside area on the apron, and we got Loomis walking over there. Like, we got like real nice and close and cozy. And I was like, kiss, 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 kiss. And then Candice fucking took Indy off the apron. And Johnny and Austin attacked Loomis. We get a backbreaker to Loomis during the commercial break. Loomis drops Theory from shoulder height onto the canvas. Reed gets in. He body slams Theory. But like, not like a body slam, like a slam with the body to Theory's body. I don't know what someone would like to call that move at this point, but that's all I've got for you.
Is it not a splash?
I don't think it's a splash because like it's more just like being a wall as opposed to moving forward in the process.
A hip check?
He body checks him, basically. Then splashes Theory and Johnny Gargano in the corner. Both Johnny and Austin get dropped from Bronson's back. The women break the cover. Ember and Shotzi get in. Hartwell plants Ember, but is DDT'd by Shotzi. We get a donkey kick to Shotzi from Candice, and then crossbodies to Bronson from Candice, and Candice just kind of glances off of him. I respect her fucking desire to beat up other men. I think that's chef's kiss. Perfect. So Theory then slams Bronson with a dropkick. Dexter spinebusters Theory. Candice crossbodies Dexter. Bronson uses Shotzi to crossbody the rest of the field out in the ringside area. We get a super kick to Reed from Gargano. Dexter then gets in, catches Mr. Johnny Gargano in the air, choke slams him, puts him into the silence. And Indy is like, I feel like I should break this up, but I don't know how to. So what she does, simply, is gets in the ring and just collapses on the ground. And I said, bitch, if that ain't me, I don't know what the fuck is.
Did she just know that Dexter Lumis at one point would carry her off, or what did she expect?
She expected a smooch.
We
all did.
Sleeping Beauty kind of thing?
I think she was like, damsel in distress, Dexter will come to save me because he likes me that much. Which is fair. 3, super kicks Dexter, breaking up this tender moment. Then Indy tries it again. Dexter's out ringside. Indy tries the move one more time. Tends to faint. Dexter goes up to her, lifts her up, carries her away. Bronson Reed's standing there like, what the fuck just happened to my tag partner? Just absolutely me losing my shit. Theory then spears Bronson. We get a pop-up uppercut to Theory. I missed a bunch of shit, but Bronson got up top on the ropes. Johnny met him up there. Got facebuster down onto Theory. Shotzi sent Candice LeRae face down onto Theory. We get a tsunami onto the remaining field of people. And Shotzi, Ember, and Bronson Reed, I'm not including Dexter in this list, win the match because Dexter fucked off. Rightfully so, because I fully 100% am behind Dexter and Indy, but
Index.
Not giving him the win on this one. I fully, as much as I hate to say it because it makes me feel cringy, I ship Index.
No, so many wrestling fans do too. I do it too.
So sweet.
It's like it's funny too.
It gives Dexter a storyline that isn't just crazy guy.
And Indy has turned around so quick from being this person that we had no clue why she was there. She felt so forced into the storyline, and now she's a reason to watch every week.
Also, can we just say that Dexter is clearly a face now?
Yeah.
Which is the magic of NXT.
Yeah. Yeah. Super fun match. Really probably the closest we'll get to a genuine mixed match in WWE.
I just want to say that I respect Candice's constant need to insert herself in the men's matches. Because she's like the stereotypical, like, tiny little blonde pixie girl. She still thinks that she's gonna crossbody Bronson and do something. I love that shit. Because also she's shown that she's willing to take bumps from men. Yeah. I didn't mention this because it happened too quickly. Or did I?
You did. When Bronson kind of like flicked her out of the way? No.
I didn't mention this. But Candice DDTs Dexter ringside. I love that she's like kind of sneaking in these intergender match hits without it being that specifically, because we know we'll probably never get that.
Yeah. Yeah. But that was our episode. Our NXT from tonight. Best of the night.
I'd love to.
There's a lot of competition today. It's the opposite of how yesterday went.
Unlike last night.
All right, so Promo of the night. We started off with Carrion and Scarlett making their address. It was actually a really well done promo by Carrion. I didn't have very high expectations for his mic skills, but he delivered today. He also stood. Then we had Robert Stone and Aaliyah backstage. I'm glad they're getting more camera time, more promo time. This was alright. It was pretty decent. Then we had the interview with The Way. Indy just showed off how horny she is. Great stuff. Swerve in his studio. I find Swerve's studio shit so cringy. I don't know why. Like, there's no reason for me to find it cringy. I just do. I don't know. Then we had Santos in the ring, declaring the open challenge. Santos is always amazing on the mic. I love any time he talks in the ring now. And then Kushida coming out was very unexpected. Then we had Thatcher and Ciampa. We got like nothing out of it besides that they're continuing the tag team between them, so nothing significant. Then we had Kushida with Regal backstage, reintroducing Devlin, finding out he's still there. It feels like that we got nothing from it, but also feels like we got something. I don't know, the way Devlin was like, I'll be back at some point. Maybe not in the future. Who knows? I don't know. It's like,
one of these days.
Do you know, bud? Like, but after that we had Raquel giving her speech, and Franky and Monet making her debut. Then we had Rhea and Bianca come out and share their moment with Raquel. This was a pretty nice promo. Raquel actually being like a pretty decent champion on the mic and just like not immediately being a heel champion that's just like, yeah, I did it all by myself and throwing her friend under the bus. No, it seems like a genuine human moment. And then Rhea and Bianca coming out was really nice too. You get that, the second generation of women, of horsewomen. Then we had the Pete Dunne promo where he's hiding in the closet.
Were you not going to laugh at that joke?
I didn't hear it, I'm sorry.
The next generation of horsewomen is horse girls.
What's after that? Horse babies?
I just think it's funny because horse girls is like a thing.
Yeah, Aaliyah's one.
She is.
Yeah.
She is. Anyways, that's all I had.
We then had the Pete Dunne promo where he's scared in the closet. It's nothing interesting out of that. Then we had the William Regal interview where we say goodbye to Roddy. And till the near future. It's interesting. It feels like something's coming. But knowing NXT, we probably actually won't see Roddy for a while. After that, we had an interview with Zoe Stark. That was fine. The Walter vignette was fine, a little interesting. And then the Swerve promo was okay, where he's attacked by Leon Ruff. I don't know. I don't know what I want to give it to. I'll give it to Raquel. Raquel making her speech, and then the Rhea and Bianca and Taya come out.
Yeah, okay.
Not much else.
I'll give it to you. Everything else was pretty basic, so.
Yeah. Alright, so now one of the harder parts. Wrestler of the night. So this is going to be very, very difficult, I think. So we had MSK versus Drake Maverick and Killian Dane. I picked for this match Drake Maverick, actually. I thought Drake was awesome. Not only was his wrestling great, but he showed great chemistry with Killian once again, and actually showed the evolution in his persona, with how he interacted with Killian, and he's been showing a lot more aggression lately, willingly using his body as a projectile, having Killian powerbomb him. It was great. So great. Then we had Mercedes Martinez versus Jessie Kamiya. I think I picked Mercedes. Guess I did. Sure. Then we had Santos Escobar versus Kushida. And look, both were fantastic. Both were amazing in this match. But I gotta go with Kushida. Although I commend Santos for that Boston Crab-like move on the stairs. Kushida rocked this match, and then what looked like his genuine surprise after the match when he won.
Mm-hmm.
He had the same reaction we all did.
Also, can we quickly just mention the way that Kushida was clutching the fucking belt when Lego Blockhead dude came up to him afterwards? He was just like, "Get the fuck away from us."
Yeah. Oh, really, really great stuff from Kushida. He's so damn talented, and he deserves the title. Alright, so after that, we had Leon Ruff versus Swerve. I'm gonna go with Leon Ruff. Leon Ruff actually pulled off some really awesome shit in this match. What was it? What move did he do? Wasn't it a Super Hurricane Rana? That was insane. That was insane. Swerve also did a great job. I mean, he did the Russian leg sweep off the middle rope, which was really cool.
I haven't seen that before.
Yeah. I think Ruff did the best in this match, though. And then lastly, we had the 8-man tag, and I'm going with Bronson Reed. Bronson was awesome. Bronson impresses me even more every match, and he killed it here. He just seems so nonchalant despite fighting such a talented group, especially when you have Johnny Gargano as one of them. Bronson's just he's incredible. But if I were to go with one for the wrestler of the night, I have to go with Kushida.
I'll take it. I was gonna either go with Kushida or Leon, so
okay.
This works for me happily. Kushida just did such a good job tonight, and then on top of that, to sell it the way he did.
Mm-hmm.
Or like he genuinely looked like he was like he had no clue he was supposed to be winning that title. There's a big part of me that kind of worries, like, oh, maybe there was like a fuck up somehow. Like maybe the ref fucked up. Because Santos looked pissed afterwards. But I'm gonna believe what I'm gonna believe.
I think they realized they desperately need a new challenger for Carrion. And so Santos is probably the next guy to do it.
He's the only one that's put up a convincing fight so far, besides Finn.
Yeah.
And obviously it won't be Finn.
Yeah. Alright, so match of the night now. This will be tough. First we had MSK versus Killian Drake. Great tag team match. Really good stuff all around, and a great ending to tie everything to a larger story. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. Then we had Mercedes Martinez versus Jessie Kamiya. That's a pretty good match. Wasn't bad. It's always nice seeing Robert Stone Brand getting more spotlight, like I already said. Then we had Kushida versus Santos Escobar for the title. Amazing match. Really, really great stuff. And then the surprise finish to give us all that pop that we've been craving. It was so worth it. It was great. Perfect wrestling all around too. And then we had Leon Ruff versus Isaiah Swerve Scott. Really great match. I had low expectations for this match, and it came through. Both were great in this match. Just wish there was something significant to come out of it, because after that last promo, it just feels like, okay, we're just gonna continue rolling on.
Mm-hmm.
And then lastly, the 8-man tag, really fun. This was so much fun. This was a great mixed tag match. Plus, you had the Index storyline in there, which made it a whole lot more entertaining. And everyone was just performing their heart out. They were great. Oh man, I don't know where to go with this pick. But I think if we're going with the most genuine pop, I think I'm going to go with Kushida versus Santos Escobar for match of the night.
I can give you that one. I can give you that. I like this a lot. I thought it was interesting to watch. I thought it was fun. And I liked that Santos has somewhere to go now. It kind of felt like he didn't have anywhere else to go after that. And I think what makes it almost sweeter,
yeah,
is that you can sit here and say, well, why didn't he just drop it at TakeOver? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So to know that he could have dropped it at TakeOver, Jordan fucking Devlin, the writers were like, no. No. He'll drop it the next fucking day. Fuck you.
But
I love that.
I do wonder, is Kushida just a transitional champion now?
I think we'll find out. I don't think so. I'm excited. I have like a lot of hope for this. But I think that's because it's NXT.
Yeah. So, to run it back, our promo of the night, Raquel Gonzalez makes a speech. Wrestler of the night, Kushida. Match of the night, Kushida versus Santos Escobar. Definitely a nice pick-me-up after yesterday. Hopefully...
We're going to be saying that a lot more.
Hopefully, Friday can keep up the momentum. But we are out. We are officially done with WrestleMania week.
We did it!
We survived.
Live to tell the tale! You'll never hear from us again.
Yeah, never.
Not once. Go back under our hole.
Oh, now we get a nice 2 days off.
Yes.
We get 2 days off Friday, and then we get two more days off.
Oh, so sexy. Such a fun time for both of us.
When's the next pay-per-view? Isn't
I
there a
don't fucking
takeover
know.
coming up soon?
I don't think so.
I know there's a UK takeover that's supposed to happen soon.
May 16th, 2021. That's Backlash. WrestleMania Backlash.
Could have sworn I saw the schedule and saw there was supposed to be a UK UK takeover Dublin is supposed to happen June 20th.
Yeah, that's a while from now.
It says it's supposed to be the same day as Money in the Bank, but I doubt that's gonna happen. Thank you, Miriam. We do deserve 2 days without wrestling. Oh, thank God.
We'll watch AEW tomorrow, and then we'll watch NXT UK on Thursday. But thank God we're not gonna have to talk about it.
Yeah.
We can just watch it and be fucking silent. Just kidding. We love talking about it, but not a full week's worth.
We need a break.
It's a bit much. Yes.
All right, Liz, would you like to close out the show?
And WrestleMania week, I'd fucking love to. I know I said that we're never coming back. That's a lie. We'll be back on Friday. Please join us come Friday. We will be talking about SmackDown. It'll be a fun, romping good time. Hopefully we'll have some actual returns to talk about and like an actual post WrestleMania episode to talk about and like Raw. But with that said, please join us. It'll be a lot of fun. If you join us tonight, thank you so much. If you joined us in the future, thank you so much. Hopefully all who celebrate are having a good Ramadan.